Your internet can be fast, but if your home network is poorly designed, your phone can still buffer, your smart TV can disconnect, and your Wi-Fi can feel painfully slow. The good news? You do not need to be a networking expert to build a fast, reliable, and secure home network. In this guide, I'll show you exactly how to do it, step by step, using simple language. And by the end, you'll know what equipment you actually need, where everything connects, and how to make your network ready for 2026. Let's start with the most important step, planning. Before buying a router, look at your home, not the box on the internet provider's website. Think about how many rooms you need to cover, how many people use the connection, and how many devices are connected at the same time. A small apartment with 10 devices has very different needs from a large house with 50 or more devices. Next, choose an internet plan that matches your actual usage. If several people stream 4K video, play online games, work from home, and download large files at the same time, a faster internet plan can make a noticeable difference. But remember, buying a faster internet plan will not fix weak Wi-Fi. Your internet connection and your home network are two different things. Think of your internet plan as the water coming into your house. Your router is the plumbing that distributes that water to every room. If the plumbing is poorly designed, more water coming from the street will not solve the problem. Now, let's talk about the heart of your network, the router. Many internet providers give you a combination modem and router. It may work perfectly well, but if you want more control, better Wi-Fi, and easier upgrades, a good standalone router can be a much better choice. In 2026, Wi-Fi 7 is the newest generation you'll commonly see in modern home networking equipment. But don't buy Wi-Fi 7 simply because the number is bigger. Look at coverage, Ethernet ports, processor performance, security features, firmware updates, and real-world reviews. If your home is large, you may also need a network switch or additional access points. A switch is basically a power strip for Ethernet connections. Instead of connecting one cable to the router, you can connect several wired devices through the switch. An access point does something different. It creates another Wi-Fi coverage area while remaining connected to your main network. Now let's connect everything. Your internet provider's connection goes into the modem or internet gateway. From there, an Ethernet cable connects to the router's internet port. Your computers, televisions, game consoles, switches, or access points can then connect to the router's Ethernet ports. Before doing anything else, change the router's default administrator username or password if the router allows it. Use a strong password with at least 16 characters. Do not use your name, phone number, birthday, or an easy password that you already use somewhere else. Your router controls your entire home network, so protecting the administrator account is extremely important. Next, update the router's firmware. Firmware is basically the software running inside your router. Updates can improve performance, fix bugs, and patch security problems. Now let's configure Wi-Fi. You will usually see 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks. 2.4 GHz travels farther and handles walls better, but it is usually slower and more crowded. 5 GHz is generally faster, but its range is shorter. And if your router supports Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 7, you may also have access to newer wireless features and additional frequency options. Here's an important tip. You do not always need separate Wi-Fi names for every frequency band. Modern routers can often use one network name and automatically move compatible devices between bands. For beginners, one simple Wi-Fi name is usually easier. However, separate network names can be useful when you need more control over which devices use which band. Now, let's talk about Ethernet. If you have a desktop computer, gaming console, smart television, network storage device, or work computer that stays in one place, Ethernet is often the best choice. A wired connection is usually more consistent than Wi-Fi because walls, interference, distance, and other wireless devices have much less effect. For new installations, Cat6 Ethernet cable is an excellent starting point for most homes. If you are building a network during renovation, consider running Ethernet cables to important rooms. 1 or 2 Ethernet connections per room can give you enormous flexibility later. And here's something beginners often overlook. Do not put your main router inside a cabinet, behind a television, or on the floor surrounded by furniture. Place it somewhere reasonably central, elevated, and open. Your router needs to send radio signals through your home. Blocking those signals with walls, metal, or furniture is like trying to shine a flashlight through a pile of boxes. Now, what if one router cannot cover the entire house? That is where a mesh system or additional access points can help. A mesh system uses multiple wireless nodes to create one larger Wi-Fi coverage area. For a large house, this can be much better than simply buying the most powerful router you can find. But placement matters. Do not put the second mesh node in the room where Wi-Fi is already terrible. Place it somewhere between the main router and the weak area, where it can still receive a strong connection. And whenever possible, connect mesh nodes with Ethernet. This is called a wired backhaul, and it can provide a more reliable connection between the nodes. Next, let's separate your devices. Your smart bulbs, cameras, plugs, televisions, and other smart gadgets are often called IoT devices, meaning Internet of Things. Many of these devices do not need access to your computers or personal files. So if your router supports it, create a separate IoT network or VLAN. Think of it like putting strangers in a separate room instead of giving everyone a key to your entire house. You should also enable a guest network for visitors. Your guests can get internet access without needing access to your main network. Now comes the part that many people ignore: security. First, use WPA3 or WPA2 if an older device requires it. WPA is the security system that protects your Wi-Fi connection from unauthorized access. Next, disable WPS if you do not need it. WPS was designed to make connecting devices easier, but the convenience comes with security concerns. For UPnP or UPnP, the decision is more complicated. It can make gaming, streaming, and certain applications easier to configure, but it can also allow devices to automatically request network changes. If you do not need it, disabling it can reduce your network's attack surface. But if a specific application depends on it, understand what you are giving up before switching it off. You may also hear about using a VPN. A VPN can encrypt traffic between your device and the VPN service, which can be useful on public Wi-Fi and for privacy. But remember, a VPN is not a magic shield for every device on your home network. Your router's firewall, strong passwords, secure Wi-Fi encryption, and updated firmware are still extremely important. Finally, turn on automatic firmware updates if your router supports them. And every few months, review the devices connected to your network. If you see something you do not recognize, investigate it. So, let's quickly recap your ideal beginner network. Internet connection goes into your modem or gateway. The modem connects to your main router. Important stationary devices use Ethernet whenever practical. A network switch adds more wired connections. Mesh nodes or access points extend coverage when necessary. Your main Wi-Fi network is for trusted devices. Your IoT network keeps smart devices separated. Your guest network keeps visitors isolated. And strong passwords, modern encryption, firmware updates, and sensible security settings protect everything. The biggest mistake beginners make is trying to solve every problem by buying a more expensive router. Instead, think about your network as a complete system. Good placement, good cabling, good coverage, good security, and hardware that matches your actual needs. Do those things correctly, and you can build a home network that is fast, reliable, secure, and ready for years of new devices. And the best part? You do not need to be a networking expert to do it. You just need to build it one piece at a time.